Hello everyone, this is INE Foundation Lab 3 and section 4.7 redistribution. Okay, let me explain redistribution concept and I will come back and conclude this section. Okay, connected redistribution rule. When explicit connected redistribution of a specific interface is done into protocol, this is a coin routing protocol, and another protocol in other routing domain, for example, EIGRP, BGP, RIP, is also being redistributed in addition to connected. The connected interfaces of other routing domain will not automatically redistributed into current routing domain. Okay, let me explain this in pairing. For fix this issue, the connected interface of other routing domain must be manually added in addition to must be manually added in connected redistribution of current routing domain. Okay, let's explain this here, what this rule is saying. Okay, here there is that we have one router. This is our router, and one of its interfaces, for example, interface 0, use OSPF, and the other interface, for example, Ethernet 1 in EIGRP. Okay, this OSPF is our current routing domain, and EIGRP is other routing domain. Okay, on R1, let's create this one. On R1, on the router OSPF process, I add this Ethernet 0 into route map. I create a route map. Route map X. Then match this Ethernet 0 to my route map. I match Ethernet 0 under this route map X. Then under router OSPF process, I do redistribute connected, then specify this route map X. This is explicit connected redistribution of interface. Here I do explicit connected redistribution of interface Ethernet 0. Then another protocol in other routing domain is also being redistributed in addition to connected. Okay, here under this router OSPF, for example 1, under this redistribute connected, I also redistribute the EIGRP. I type redistribute EIGRP. Under this router OSPF, I have redistribute connected route map plus redistribute EIGRP. Then this, what will happen? The connected interface of EIGRP or other routing domain will not redistribute into this OSPF. Then this E1 interface will not redistribute into EIGRP. I have to add this E1 in this route map. I have to change this route map. Let's clear this. Yeah. Okay, previously I had we have root map x, then match until 0. Then I have to add this interface, this root map E1 1. I have to add this alongside this E1. Or in other words, I should have match E1 plus E2 E0 plus E1. Then this interface will be redistributed into OSPF. Okay, this will be approved also for OSPF with two different process IDs. This is how this will work. We should keep in mind this. This is important when on multi-target distribution. Okay, I will show this in topology. Okay, now let's configure this section. Yeah, redistribute between RIP and OSPFv2 on R1. Well, let's see how topology shows how topology, yeah. Between RIP and OSPFv2 on R1. Okay, let's see R1 root. If I do showdown, I have RIP. There is no connected redistribution. There is no explicit connected redistribution of interface. I have advertised this loopback natively into RIP. Then for OSPF, there is explicit connected redistribution of interface loopback 0. I have created root map and matched the loopback 0 into root map, move root map and advertised it and redistributed this loopback into OSPF in previous lab. Okay, for let's first redistribute OSPF into RIP first here. Which yeah, where is my first? I will redistribute this OSPF into RIP. Because there is no explicit contact distribution of interface, I will not face any issue for this root. Okay, let's do config t total RIP and type redistribute OSPF of 1 and I type MET, for example, set 1 MET 2. Well, okay, I did redistribute OSPF into RIP. Now let's show IP root. Now I have on R9. I have to set on R9. Show IP root. Then I have this root for RIP from other. Okay, now let's redistribute RIP into OSPF. Okay, now here if I check R1, there is a specific contact distribution of interface loopback 0. Okay, now let's do this. I will go into OSPF config t What OSPF type redistribute RIP and type subnet. Okay. Yeah, I did redistribute RIP into OSPF, but as this rule will say, when this is here, let's show this from here. Show down pub section, go to OSPF. Okay, when explicit connected the distribution of loopback 0 is done into OSPF, then I also redistribute RIP into OSPF, which is redistribute. Then this connected interfaces of other routing domain, other connected interface of this RIP protocol will not redistribute into OSPF. This interface Ethernet 0/1.90 will not redistribute into OSPF. I have to add this interface in this route map alongside this loopback. Okay, let's verify. If I check R6 and show IP route, there is no route for this interface. This is show IP interface brief. It's just the interface between R9 and R1. 110.99. Then I have to add this interface in my route map. Okay, let's change this route map config t route map this one and change this one to match interface route map plus this one. Hold on. Then I have interval loopback 0 and this interface. Now let's verify this. Now I have this in my network. This is what known by OSPF1. Okay, this is how this connected to this rule is working. Okay, now I have this is done. Let's verify now one. Show down pipe section. Show down. Let's verify the show down. I have this interface. And I did this with RIP and this OSPF formatting too. Okay, now let's continue. Oops. Okay. Now redistribute between OSPF version 3 and version 2 on R6. Let's verify this on R6. New. Analysis, we have OSPF version 2 and OSPF version 3. This interface 1.16 in OSPF version 2 and 1.67 in OSPF version 3. Let's check if there is explicit content distribution of interface. Showdown. Okay, this is our router OSPF version 3. There is no explicit content distribution of interface. And there is no explicit content distribution of interface for OSPF version 2 either. Okay, this is easy. Let's configure this one. First, I will redistribute OSPF2 into OSPF version 3. Then I will go. I should go on OSPF version 3 on the OSPF version 3. I will config 3. OSPF, what OSPF version 1? Version 3. Then this is OSPF version 3. I have to go address family. Distribution on the address family. It is the EIGRP named mode or MPBGP. Unicast, Redistribute, OSPF and process ID of 1. And redistribute OSPF version 3 into OSPF version 2. Then I have to go on the OSPF version 2 configuration. Let's see. I'll go to OSPF version 2 here. And tap redistribute. There is OSPF version 3. On Pozard on subnet. Okay, there is no explicit content redistribution of interface, and this is only simple redistribution. This is done either. Done. Okay, and R7. This is a complex section of our lab. On R7, we have EIGRP, OSPF version 3, and OSPF version 2. Redistribute between OSPF version 2 and EIGRP on R7, and it uses single metrics statement for our redistribution into OSPF. It means we have to use a single metric statement for our redistribution. It means we should use distance default metric. Actually, we have to use default metric command under whatever EIGRP configuration. Default dash metric. We have to use default metric command instead of redistribute metric command. Default metric. Okay, let's distribute OSPF version 2 and EIGRP on R7. Let's check. on 7 here. Let's check if there is any distribution of connected explicit connected distribution interface. Okay, we have explicit connected distribution of loopback here. For loopback and redistribute connected and added the loopback into OSPF1. Okay, so EIGRP. Okay, let's see here. Blue. Okay, between OSPF version 2, this is OSPF version 2 and EIGRP. I will redistribute first EIGRP into OSPF. Okay, let's check under go to OSPF. Let's go under to OSPF. Config T. So I'll go to OSPF. And redistribute EIGRP. Redistribute EIGRP IS number is 1 2 3 and type subnets. Okay, the same rule will apply here also. Yeah, we have explicit context distribution of loopback into OSPF. Where is this one? Into OSPF. Then also show down. We have explicit context distribution of loopback 0 into OSPF. Then we have another routing domain EIGRP into OSPF. Then this connected interface of other routing domain or EIGRP will not be distributed into OSPF. Let me see this interface. Ethernet 1.3. This is this interface. To show IP interface brief. This interface will not be distributed into our OSPF. I have to add this into roadmap. Okay, let me verify before I do this. Let me I can verify. This is one point see on R1. No, it's on R1. I'm sure IP root 8. There is not. This is for in R1. I did redistribute EIGRP into OSPF, but there is no EIGRP into my this root is for interface from this one. Then I have to add this interface into root map. Then I have this root map. Then let's check this root map. Not a match. Plus this interface. Oops. Now I have this root in my routing network. Okay, this is now let's do otherwise. Now let's redistribute this OSPF2 into EIGRP. I have to go on the EIGRP configuration section. Down on one and showdown. Where is what? This is what EIGRP ASN. I have to go with. I have to go into Redistribution configuration. Okay, let me, because I have connected a special connected distribution of one protocol, let me create route map for other routing protocols either. Yeah, I have a special connected distribution for OSPF. Let me create another explicit connected distribution for OSPFv3 and EIGRP either. Okay, let's I want to redistribute OSPF into EIGRP. Then I have to add other routing to my interface into it. I have to add Loopback 0, this tunnel interface, into connected route map. Okay, let's do that. Okay, route map. And let's say connected to EIGRP and match this tunnel, match interface tunnel 100 and loopback 0. This is tunnel 100 and loopback 0. This is other routing domain. Exit. Then I will go to EIGRP. Address family. Topology base. And type redistribute. Connected. And specify route map, and the route map name is this one. Connected to EIGRP. Then it says we have to use metric for redistribution to EIGRP. Single metric. Okay, for single metric, let's wait for this. Let's see. To show interface loopback 0. On top default metric. Default metric is bandwidth in kilobits or bandwidth. Is this one? Delay is tens of microseconds. This one. 255 is reliable, and 0 1. Oops. And maximum path is this one to you. Done. Okay, yes. Now verify. To shut down. Okay, on the router EIGRP, it is to be connected with map according to this one. It is with it to EIGRP created explicit connect distribution of interface. These are the interfaces. Route map. Where is my route map? Interface of tunnel and loopback 0. Tunnel and loopback 0 are into EIGRP. Then I have to redistribute OSPF into EIGRP, OSPF version 2. Let's put at this family topology base, redistribute OSPF, and this is the purpose of the one. Okay, done. Let's check everything is okay. Announcement. I'm here. Okay, I did a specific distribution connected interface, and also I distribute OSPF into EIGRP. Then the connected interface of other routing domain, it means tunnel and loopback 0 will not advertise. Then I have to add those interfaces into route map. I have add this tunnel and loopback into route map. Then this interface will redistribute into OSPF. Actually, this is other routing domain. Then this interface will redistribute into EIGRP. On the EIGRP, or redistribute OSPF, and also I have added other routing domains interfaces into EIGRP. This is tunnel 0. This tunnel 100 and loopback are connected to OSPF. Then, because I have added those interfaces into route map of EIGRP, then these interfaces that are connected to OSPF will redistribute into EIGRP. So I can verify on R5. Let's verify this R5. Let's see a tunnel. If I have my tunnel interface, 7 to show RIP interface brief. Then I should see this on a file. Let's see. Show RIP route. Let's say 3. Now I have this route on our file. On 7. This is how connected this one works. These are other routing domain interfaces. These are interfaces that are connected to in OSPF domain. These are other routing domains. Okay, this is done. Okay, now let's see this dispute between OSPF version 3 and EIGRP on our 7. Okay, let's create another root map for OSPF version 3. I will do root map connected to OSPF version 3. And I should match other routing domains. Let's verify on this topology here in this created this one. Yeah, between this one I have to, because other routing domains are tunnel, interface, and this interface. This one and this one. Plus loopback. Okay. Match interfaces. Tunnel 100. This one plus loopback 0. Undo shutdown, top section, rotate, undo shutdown, let's undo shutdown. Okay, now let's go to first. Let me this is OSPF, but let me redistribute OSPF version 3 into EIGRP first. I will go into EIGRP. And type this one and topology base. Redistribute OSPF version 3 press ID of 1 and type I did I did redistribute metrics by the this default metric before. Okay, now let's check if other my explicit connected interfaces are added to root map. Okay, let's check this. Okay, I did redistribute OSPF version 3 into EIGRP. Let's check, exit, shut on. Under EIGRP, I did redistribute OSPF. Then OSPF version into EIGRP. Then I have redistribute connected let's check if my OSPFv3 interfaces are added into this route map. Then I have to then this interface at 0/1.67 will not redistribute into EIGRP. I have to add this interface into route map. Let's check this route map. Yeah, okay, there is no interface 0/1.67. I have to add this interface in my route map. Yeah. Okay, let's verify. Let's verify now. 8, 9, 5. Let's verify this. If I do show IP route, 6 interface, do show IP interface brief. This is the interface. Then there is no route. Alpha. I did redistribute OSPF. I did redistribute OSPFv3 into EIGRP, but I can't see this interface in my routing table in R5 because I have to add this interface in route map. In this route map. Wait, this one in this route map. Okay, let's add this interface. Exit. The match interface loopback 0 plus this interface. Now I have this network in our routing table. Done. Well, let's now redistribute EIGRP into OSPFv3. Okay, now 7. Do shutdown. On the router, what should I do? I should redistribute EIGRP into OSPF. Then I have to go on the OSPFv3. Yeah. Oops. Type redistribute. I have to go on the address family. This is OSPFv3. I have to go on the address family IPv4 unicast. Redistribute. Here GRPS 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's check my specific connected interfaces. Okay, I did redistribute EIGRP into OSPF. Then the connected interface of EIGRP loopback 0 on this interface 0/123 will not redistribute. Then I should add into loop map this interface tunnel 0 and loopback and redistribute this loop map into redistribute connected route map and specify this route map. Done. Then last one is OSPF and OSPF version 3. Let's I am in OSPF version 3. Okay, let's create this one. Let's verify that this is I will redistribute this into OSPF version 3. Then I have created route map. Then I have added this tunnel 100 interface. I should add this tunnel 1 into route map because it is connected to OSPF version 2. It is this interface connected to our other routing domain, and this is I have already added this tunnel into this route map. Then I have to go under, I tap redistribute OSPF, put aside the up one, and others. Let's wait for other one. This one, this one. I have to go on the rotate. Short on. I have to go to OSPF. And tap redistribute OSPF version 3 and process ID version 3 and process ID of 1. So let's check connected interfaces. Let's go connected interface, and then they'll go I have to redistribute OSPF version 1 and the tunnel interface loopback, and this 0/123 should be added into route map. Okay, let's check this route map. Just connected to OSPF, under connected to OSPF route map. I should have from here tunnel is my current interface. Then I should have this interface plus this interface plus loopback, and this is on the OSPF. I have loopback, this interface plus this one. I should add this interface between 6 and 7 in my route map. Okay, let's verify before I add. Let's I am redistributing into OSPF. Let's check R6. This interface. Let's go to R1 and try to show IP route. Okay, I have this OSPF version 1. Okay, let's add this into R1 either. Route map. Okay, on the route map, I should add this interface. Okay, let's config. Match Loopback this interface plus this one. Okay. Let's show this here. Yeah, I'm redistributing OSPF version 3 into OSPF. I have connected specific connected distribution of OSPF. Let's show on. I have a specific distribution connected OSPF. Then I redistribute this OSPF version 3 into OSPF. Then the connected interface of OSPF version 3, this interface will not redistribute. Then I have to add this interface into the connected roadmap of OSPF version 2. So I have to add this interface into this connected OSPF roadmap. On the connected to OSPF roadmap, I have this interface either. This is for EIGRP and this is for OSPF version 3. So this is done. And then last part is ensure full retribution between loopbacks on connected network inside RIP, OSPF, and EIGRP domains. Okay, I have the redistribution. After this redistribution, now let's shut this up first. There is loop for loopback of 5 and 8 in the network. Okay, let's see if if I trace 8888, this is loop for loopback of 8 and also for 5. Let's check the 6. Okay, these two loop. I will first loop back our routing loops for loop back of 5 and loop back of 8. Why? Let's explain this loop. How it is loop is opening here. Okay, before 7 redistribution, before 7 this redistribution of this loop backs into OSPF or EIGRP, R7 sees or sees those routes via EIGRP with the distance of with the distance of 170 in Guatemala. If I did show IP route 555 or 888, it will show non via EIGRP with the method of this one. Now if I type you show IP route 888, it says now via OSPF and 555, it says now via OSPF, distance of 100. Metric is this one. Before the distribution, R7 sees this route via EIGRP, metric of 170. Then after distributing into OSPF, the type files are generated for this two loop by R5 and are flooded to the OSPF domain. Then R6 shows this route as AD of 100, 110, and metric type of E2. Then R16 start the route via OSPF version 2. This is because 110 is lower than 170. Then R60 distribute this route into OSPF. And then type 5 OSPF version LSA are generated by R6 for these routes and are flooded into OSPF domain. Then R7 insert those routes via OSPF version 3 and it shows AD of 100 for those routes. This is like here. This is via the method. But now those routes are no longer installed in the EIGRP due to the better OSPF advantage of R6. But R7 was redistributing those routes from EIGRP into OSPF at the beginning, and those routes are no longer in the EIGRP routing table. And this will cause R6 stop redistributing those two routes into OSPF version 3. And after a short time, R7 no longer receives that advertisement from R6, and those routes are installed via EIGRP once again. So this is the reason our loop is happening in our network. This is the reason is because the route of R7 sees those routes via 117, and then after the redistribution, it receives those routes from R7 receives those routes from R6 by metric of, let's show here. At the first, those loopbacks were from 117. Then after the distributing it into OSPF, it will become 110. Then it will come here. It's 110. Then R7 will receive those from R6 with 110. Advantage of 110. Then R7 installs those loopbacks into routing domain with 110 110. This is if I do that. This is 110. And disclosing R6 to also redistributing into OSPF. After short-term no longer receive from R6. This is the reason our looping is happening. To fix this loop, we can either change the AD of those routes or block them from being learned via OSPFv2 or OSPFv3 on R7. This is also can use EIGRP summarization. Let's do this. Let's block them from being learned via OSPFv2 and OSPFv3 by distributing this command. Okay, let's see. Now 7. I have to block them from being learned. Okay, let's see. Okay, config. Let's create a previous list. Previous next loop. I will deny this previous instead. And we'll have to permit. Okay, then I will filter those into OSPFv2 and OSPFv3. Simply on R7 I've created I've denied this 555 and 888 I've denied this route. Then on R6, excuse me. Then on this rotor on the R7 on the rotor OSPF, I will block them from learning. Block them from being learning from OSPF and OSPFv2 and OSPFv3 on R7. Now let's go to showdown. Go to OSPF1. Distribute list at a prefix, enter prefix, and specify prefix is 9 plus loop. Okay. Gonna filter inbound if it's incoming, because on R7 I want to prevent OSPF version 2 and OSPF. I want to prevent the OSPF version 2 and OSPF version 3 from injecting this route into the routing domain. Inbound. Done. Let's go to OSPF. Go to OSPFv3. Address family. Okay, I am preventing this loopback 5555 and no 8888 into redistributing into OSPF version 2 and 3. Okay, now let's on up 7 up 1 trace 888. Now it's working. 555 it's working either. Okay, now at the end, this full reachability firmware 1. Let's check. Is this CLS command? Okay, now I have full connectivity for all my loopback interfaces. Okay, that's it. This very little confusing and hard section. It is a little difficult. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and thank you for viewing.